Hello everybody and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I really hope you're all doing okay and have a great day and an amazing week. My name is Effy and today we are updating you on my project Pan, and we are also ending quarter 3, which is super exciting because quarter 4 is a little bit different and I'll speak more about that in the main body of the video. But if you like project panning, please give this video a big thumbs up, and if you like my content, please consider subscribing. I put up 2 videos a week and it's all makeup content, so if that sounds like the type of thing, then this is the place for you. This project pan has makeup, skincare, hair care, body care, all involved in it, but I do have another project pan that I will be updating you on this time next week, and that is just to do with eyeshadow. So if you're just interested in eyeshadow, that is a good project pan for you to follow, but this is for everything. So if you are interested, then please do just keep on watching. I will leave the playlist for both of my project pans linked in the description box in case you want to see what's happening and how far I've come so far. This is my first year of project panning, so I'm not great at it, but I'm hoping to get better, and I'm already thinking about what projects I want to do next year. But other than that, let's get on with the video. As always, we're going to start with makeup, and I'm just going to be updating you on how many times I've used each product and how I'm feeling about it. And the first one is the XX Revolution Pink Elixir Primer. I've used this 6 times in the last month and 27 times in total this quarter, which I think is pretty good going. Considering this was almost full when we started, I reckon it's about a third to halfway empty, which is pretty good going. This product has been discontinued, but I'm still enjoying it, so I'm hoping to finish it up this year just so that I can not use it on my channel anymore. Foundation, and we have the 3 Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define foundations. I've used these 15 times this month and 42 times in total. As always, I do have 2 shades here. I have 2 F2s and 1 F1. It counts as 2 uses if I use both of them, so that's why the usage is quite high. I have already said I'm pretty sure this F2 is empty. You can see there's sort of like gaps at the bottom here. I've looked inside it, there's nothing in it. So I have finished one of them, and I'm pretty sure I mentioned that in my last video. These 2 are still going, and I'm really enjoying it, so I'm happy to keep using it. Concealer, we have the Collection Lasting Perfection Concealer in the shade 1 Rose Porcelain. I've used this 10 times in the last month and 36 times in total, which I think is pretty good going. In case you don't know, I don't do makeup every day. I do makeup on weekends for YouTube, and I do it for work, and I only go into work maybe twice a week, so I'm not wearing makeup all the time. So 36 uses in 3 months for me is pretty good going. For powder, we have the Primark My Perfect Colour Bake It Setting Powder in the shade Nude. I've used this again 10 times in the last month and 36 times in total. That kind of makes sense. I use them about the same amount of times. I still really enjoy this, and I actually think it is starting to run out. If I put it on its side, you can kind of see it's slowly going down. We might get there with that one. Blush, and we have the Rude Cosmetics Blush Crush 9 Colour Blush Palette. Again, each use is 1 shade, so if I use 2 shades, that counts as 2 uses. I've only used this 7 times this month because I've just been reaching for different blushes, and when I do use this, I tend to just use this shade. This is the shade I've been really enjoying, but overall for the past 3 months I've used it 47 times, which I think is pretty good going. I'm still really enjoying this. I have also tried to venture into some of the other shades that I don't always use, which is a great thing to try and do. I don't use them all the time, but that's fine. Bronzer, and we have the Wet n Wild Colour Icon Bronzer in the shade Ticket to Brazil. I've used this 8 times in the last month and 30 times in total. There is a little bit of a dent in there, like not loads, because this was brand new when I put it in my project pan, but it is starting to go down. I've been enjoying this. Now that it's going into winter, my skin is a bit paler. This is working really nicely for me because this is a really, really pale bronzer. It barely shows up on my skin, but just enough to give me something, which is quite nice. Highlighter, and we have the Pillow Talk Highlighter by Ofra No Pan. I've used this 3 times in the last month and 19 times in total, which I think is pretty good. I thought I would use it a bit more because I generally tend to like my pink toned highlights, but for some reason I've just been wanting gold toned highlights a little bit more, which is weird for me, but it's still getting used, which is good. Eye primer, and we have the Beauty Bay Eye Base in shade 2. I've used this 11 times this month and 39 times in total. I do really like this eye primer. I think it's one of the best ones in my collection, and I feel like it is starting to run out a little bit. Not to the point where I'm adding a new one to my Beauty Bay basket, but I feel like that point is not that far away. Eyeshadow, and we have the Revolution X Soph Original Eyeshadow Palette. We have 3 pans in there now. I don't know if you knew about all 3 of these, but this one's been here a while. I feel like this one's been here a while too, and this one might have been in my last update, I'm not sure. Unfortunately, no new pans since then. There are some heavy dents. I feel like I say that all the time, but there really are. You can't really tell, but there are some really heavy dents, and I'm hoping I can hit pan on this a little bit more before the end of the year. As always, I will put up on screen a picture of the palette, and on top of each shade will be the number of times I've used it this month. I think I've done okay. Again, there's still some shades that I'm really working on a bit more than other shades, but that's fine. And now I will put up the picture of how many times I've used each shade over the past 3 months. Again, there are some shades that have clearly been like targeted to hit pan and some that haven't, so that's absolutely fine. I've still got another 3 months to try and get a little bit more use out of it. I will talk to you about the next 3 months once I finish the makeup section before I start the skincare, hair care and body care. Mascara, the KVD Go Big or Go Home mascara. I've used this 13 times this month and 50 times in total, which I think is pretty good going. And I feel like it's starting to get to the end of its life. I have it on today and it's just getting a little bit more difficult to work with, so that might be a good sign. Brow product, and we have the Benefit Brow Pomade in shade 3. I've used this 7 times this month and 33 times in total. I'll be honest, I feel like it's drying up. It looks dreadful. I feel like it's drying up. It's coming to the end of its life. I might be able to keep it going till the end of the year. We'll see. And now let's talk about lip products. The first one is the Revolution X Soph lipstick in the shade Syrup. It's so worn down. Look how far down the tube it is. That is all that is left. I'm so proud of my progress. I've used it 8 times this month and 28 times in total. I really want to finish this up. Even if it doesn't get finished up this year, I'm going to keep working on it. Lipstick number 2 is the NARS VIP Audacious lipstick in the shade Audrey. I don't have this on right now, but I have worn this weekend. I've worn it 4 times this month and 12 times in total. Considering this was brand new when it came into my project pan, I'm pretty happy with my progress on it. And I've actually really enjoyed wearing it. It's very similar to this colour, that's why I thought I had it on. Lipstick number 3 is the Revolution Pro New Neutrals Velvet lipstick. I don't know, it's in the shade Velvet anyway. I've used this twice in the past month and 9 times in total. I'm a little bit disappointed that I haven't used this more, but that's okay, it is what it is. And then our extra lip product is the e.l.f. Hydrating Core lip product, I don't know what it is, in the shade Joyful. There is still loads left. I've used this 4 times this month and 22 times in total, which isn't loads, but sometimes it's quite nice to just whack it on your lips, and sometimes I do that. And the final makeup product is the e.l.f. Makeup Mist and Set Spray. It is so close to being finished. I can just about see through it. It's down to about here. So that is so close to being finished. I've used it 5 times this month and 26 times in total, which is pretty good going in my opinion. That is all the makeup. I'm going to quickly talk to you about the next section of this project pan, which is the final 3 months of the year. I have already explained this in other videos, but essentially this project pan, I had a set of products for the first 3 months of the year, a set of products for the second 3 months of the year, and a set of products for the third 3 months of the year, which is the products we're talking about today. For the final 3 months of the year, I'm going to bring back all the products from those 3 other quarters and try and use as many of them up as possible. So my next video, which will be me starting quarter 4 of this project, is going to be a little bit hectic because there's going to be a lot of products in there, and it's going to be essentially 3 full faces of makeup because I haven't really finished loads of makeup. There's also going to be a lot of skincare, hair care and body care in there, and the goal is to just use up as much as possible for the next 3 months. However, that does mean I'm going to have 3 eyeshadow palettes in this project pan and my 5 eyeshadow palettes that are in my other project pan, so that one might be a little bit difficult. But prepare yourself for the next video. It's going to have a lot of products in there. It's going to be very fast paced. We're going to be talking a lot, but that will all be in the next video. So hit the subscribe button so you don't miss it. Now let's move on to skincare. First of all, we have the cleanser. This is the Evolve Organic Beauty Gentle Cleansing Melt for all skin types. I have finished this. It had one use left in it, I'm pretty sure, yes. And I completely used it up. There is some little remnants in there, but I'm not that bothered. I used this 29 times and I actually really enjoyed it. I have really enjoyed this, but my skin's been really bad recently and I don't think it did a lot to really fix that. But I did enjoy it. It is a good cleanser. But I'm glad I finished something up. Yay me. Toner, and we have the Pixi Glow Tonic. I've used this 12 times this month, 47 times in total. It's down to about here. There's still loads left. But I've been really enjoying it. I like using it. It's a really good toner. Nothing against it. Happy to be keeping it in my collection. Moisturiser, and we have the Bondi Sands Daily Moisturising Face SPF. And I've used this 8 times this month, 28 times in total. I really love this. This is nearly finished and I will be adding one to my Beauty Bay basket because it is my favourite face SPF. I absolutely love it. I use it pretty much every time I leave the house in the mornings. Really enjoy it. Glad I'm still got it, but definitely need to buy a new one. Lip balm, and we have the Dr. Pawpaw Overnight Lip Mask. I've used this 13 times this month and 40 times in total, which is pretty good going, but there's still so much left in here. Like, it's still pretty much half full, which is good, but I feel like it's never going to go down. Face mask, the Body Shop Himalayan Charcoal Mask, and it is empty. I used it one more time and it completely emptied it. I'm kind of glad. This isn't my favourite face mask. But yeah, I'm just glad that I finished it up. If you've watched my project pan, you'll know that how much I struggle using face masks, so I'm glad I got it finished up. And the final bit of skincare is my face serum. This is the Beauty Crop Avocado Superfood Serum. This was very kindly gifted to me, but you can see how much I liked it because I'm going to count that as finished. There is a tiny little bit left, which I probably will just pour out onto my hand, but I'm counting it as finished. You won't see it in my next video because I'll probably use it tonight. Hair mask, and I did have the Body Shop one in here, but I finished that in my last video. So I have this one in, which is a Brave New Hair Keratin Mask Concentrate. There's a tiny little bit left in there, so I'm not going to count this as finished because I think that's one more use, and I'm not going to use it before I film my next video. So yeah, one more use left in there. That's fine. Just going to talk about these together. We're all aware of what these are. This is the Elvive Dream Lengths No Haircut Cream, and this is the Biolage All-in-One Coconut Infusion Multi-Benefit Spray. I've used both of these 3 times this month and 11 times in total. They're still going strong. This one's down to about here, and this one is feeling a lot lighter. Honestly, I think it might be near the end. Can you believe it? Body moisturiser, and we finished the last one, and we're now on to this one, which is the White Grace Body Lotion in Orange Blossom and Honey. I've used this one 4 times since putting it in my project pan. There's still a bit left. It will go into my new quarter. Body spray, and we have the Lynx Attract for Her. I've used this 13 times this month, 29 times in total. I do still like it, and now that I'm working in my office a bit more, because in case you didn't know, I tidied my office and organised it a bit better, and now I actually want to work in it. So I sit here, this sits on the side, I spray it on myself every day or every few hours realistically, and I'm really enjoying it. And the final products are my perfumes, which was my mix of minis. Now I have 3 of them here. I've used them, oh, I have one more product left after this, but I'll talk about that in a moment. I've used them in total 15 times this month, 39 times in total. I have completely finished this one, which is Commodity Paper Scent Space Personal. I loved this, and I went to go look online to buy a new one, and it is so expensive. It's so expensive, but I really did enjoy this. Like, it's over £100, and I don't feel like spending that. The next 2 that have been used almost to being finished is the Femme Icon and Little Black Dress. So they probably have like 2 uses left in them. And then the only other one I've dipped into was this one, which is the More is More by Judith Lieber, I don't know, For Her. And this has 3 minis in it, which look like this, and they're all like different things. and the idea is that you add more zest, more floral or more gourmand, and you can mix them and match them or whatever. And I've been using these because again they sit on my desk and I just spray them on myself. So yeah, I've been really happy about those. And then the final product is hand cream, and I've used this twice this month, 8 times in total. It's so nearly done. I reckon one more use and this will be finished, so that'll be in the next video as well. I'm really sorry I've completely rushed through that. I actually have to leave the house and my battery is flashing at me, so I'm just very on edge. In my next video that goes live on my channel, it will be me talking about Q4. It will be me reintroducing all the products I haven't finished. It is a lot of products. I've actually got them on my desk in front of me. It's a lot of products. I'm a bit nervous, but I hope you're happy with my progress in this quarter. I kind of am. I think I've done a pretty decent job in terms of using things. I'm pretty proud of myself, pretty happy, ready to take on the challenge of Q4. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. If you like my content, please consider subscribing. I put up 2 videos a week and it's all makeup content, so if that sounds like the type of thing, then this is the place for you. I did momentarily just forget my outro, which is fine. Drop me a comment down below, let me know how you're doing, let me know how you think I'm doing in my project pan. But other than that, I'll let you go. Have a great day and amazing week, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.